Well, hello, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining me on the way to the airport as usual, but reporting back from an event I attended last week, Cloud Foundry Summit Europe, held in Frankfurt, I think 27th to 28th of September. Very interesting because location was the same like the AWS Business Summit in June, so could compare how big comparison the event was. Was of course a little smaller than AWS Summit, but still significant progress on the side of the Cloud Foundry Foundation and the Cloud Foundry Summit. It was a second edition of it, and it went from 400 something to 700 something attendees. All the large usual suspects partner-wise were there, very similar like the event in Santa Clara. There's no question Cloud Foundry is growing, the attendance doubled. Can't compare it from the sponsorship perspective, but real active interest from European companies, of course, being held in Germany, mostly German companies. Some of the Europeans don't like to travel to other places there, so Frankfurt is a very convenient place to do this with the proximity to the airport and being able to fly in the same day, same hours. So if you want to do that. It was interesting. I was surprised by the focus on government. This seems to be a strategy which I wasn't aware of on the Cloud Foundry side. An interesting presentation by a gentleman who ran part of the UK government and shared his opinion. One funny thing from his presentation, I remember now 6-7 days ago, and that's remarkable, is the square of despair where he saw the UK government being caught in. And equally on Wednesday, the Dutch government presented. So it seems to be a push and make government better with the help of Cloud Foundry, which is an interesting approach, which I did not notice to that extent or extent at all at Cloud Foundry Summit in Santa Clara. So maybe a different strategy or maybe different interest uptake-wise. Making government better is always good for everybody. So see. And then, of course, no surprise, I mean, IoT, the Internet of Things, is what drives cloud adoption, and with that, building next-generation applications in Europe. As concerned as Europeans are to put their customer or HR data in the cloud, they have no problem putting their, or understanding, basically, plugging there. They might have a problem, but they know that they have no choice of putting their IoT information into the public cloud. So there's no way around that. Definitely interesting to see the different approach in that, and the background on that is that Europe still has so many, compared to North America, high priced and high quality manufacturers, which all need to have a IoT strategy for their customers, and they know that and they're aware of that. Contrasted to North America, where not so much is manufactured, which has led to the point that in any of these large events where IoT is in topic, and there's hardly an event where no IoT is in topic, it's always European companies who are on stage, main stage keynotes to talk about. Interesting enough, they're a little more cautious talking about this than in Europe. And obviously, it's a community effort. There's a need for evangelizing cloud overall, PaaS in specific. Cloud Foundry has a very, very specific part. Cloud Foundry launched this ambassador program of experienced employees and third party being nominated, which bring the message of Cloud Foundry, answer questions, and help in general awareness from that. So I think that's a good move. Definitely needed. Adoption in Europe is still low and generally of cloud, and that doesn't help Cloud Foundry in general, despite it can be deployed on premises. But everybody knows kind of like for those next generation applications that you may want to do in IoT, you can't do that in premises. That doesn't help so much. So overall, good progress by Cloud Foundry in Europe. Local partnering is very strong. I mean, obviously, when you're in Europe, you have to talk with SAP. SAP was there, presented, talked, sponsored. So good combination, good overlap there. Now it needs to get the first projects live, successfully and operational. That's the next big hurdle for Cloud Foundry in general, and for people to be on stage and convince the rest of their more skeptical European counterparts. And once that's done, well, then the challenge is to grow some more. So it's going to be interesting to check in, have a chance to attend next year again. But overall, good, encouraging progress. It's hard, as if you want to see how hard it is, check out my AWS Summit report from Frankfurt. It's hard for AWS, then it's hard for everybody to move to the cloud. Well, getting to the airport, thanks for watching, appreciate it. As always, look forward to the blog and look forward to your feedback on it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.